Hello everyone. I'd like to welcome you all and thank everyone for coming to KGAP Plus Day, Batch4 Unveiling, hosted by ATL. I'm Makiko Tatsumi from Business Development Office of ATL. KGAP Plus is a startup acceleration program organized by ATL. Batch3 was successfully finished up with a demo day 2 weeks ago. Then we immediately kicked off Batch4 yesterday. Yes, 13 startups were selected through a preliminary round for Japan, North America, India, Israel, and Northern Europe. In total, 54 startups from 10 countries aimed for a ticket to Batch4, and the prospective startups were selected. Congratulations. They are very motivated and they look for partners to extend their business with Japanese big companies. Not only them, I believe you audience are interested in collaboration with such startups. So this event would be a very wonderful opportunity for both of them. Yes. Okay, let's begin by presentation about KGAP Plus. The presenter is Dr. Hiroyuki Suzuki, Executive Vice President and the Head of Business Development Office of ATL. All right.
Okay, hello everybody. I'm Suzuki of ATL, Program Director of KGAP Plus. For the coming 10 minutes, I would like to explain briefly about KGAP Plus and Batch4. Okay, today we have a KGAP Plus Day at Batch4 Unveiling. The event is composed by pitch by 13 startups selected for Batch4, connecting with 6 countries in 2 sessions. So now we are having evening sessions. 4 robust pitch by Japanese companies are being held after my talk, and 1 seminar by JETRO follows after that. The event was co-hosted by JETRO in Japan, National Research Council of Canada, a Confederation of Indian Industry, and Israel Innovation Authority, and Entrepreneurs Roundtable Accelerator in New York City. And also collaborated with totally 12 organizations, mostly in government and financial sectors. Thank you very much for their cooperation. So KGAP Plus is the acceleration program in Keihana Science City. And that is a 3-month program and held twice a year in summer and winter and carried out online and offline. But Batch4 will be carried out totally online. We start the KGAP Plus with local challenges, which you participated, and we select 13 startups in this case. And the main program is composed of seminars, mentoring, matching, and POC and pilot testing, which was set as a goal of KGAP Plus, and finished with a demo day. That is a 3-month program. And we select normally around 5 startups and give them opportunities to expand their business in either Barcelona or New York City. So a little bit about history of KGAP Plus. As Maki said, we finished batch 3 2 weeks ago. And we had 2 batches last fiscal year, 2019. So totally 35 startups selected for KGAP Plus, batch 1, 2, 3, from 7 countries and cities. Barcelona 3, Canada 5, and Hong Kong 2, India 2, Israel 6, Japan 14, and United States America 3. These 35 startups can be classified with totally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 categories of field of technology. You may think that the field of technology varies quite a lot. This is because we do not select startups based on their field of technology, but we select them whether they have enough technology, service, and products to carry out the POC. And also we select startups, overseas startups, which have interest in business in Japan, and the Japanese startups, which have business in outside Japan. That's the two criteria of selecting the startups. That's the reason why we have a variety of startups belonging to a variety of fields of technology. So outcome of KGAP Plus up to now is shown here. We had succeeded in matching for 30 startups out of 35 startups. So 86% of startups can be matched with Japanese organizations in industries and hospital. These are the list of some examples of Japanese organizations, companies, and hospitals matched with global startups. Of course, not all companies agree with disclosing the name of their names. So we selected only some examples which allow us to put their name on the slide here. So Jato Corporation, that will give liberal speaking after my talk, is also worked as matching partners. So KGAP Plus Batch 4 will start officially effective today and finishing in 3 months with a demo day at the occasion of Hack Osaka. That is one of the biggest startup event held in Osaka. And we may select about 5 startups and offer them with opportunity of having a special program with Entrepreneurial Roundtable Accelerator. So we selected 30 startups for Israel, 3 Japan, 2 India, 2 USA, 1 Canada, and 1 Finland, as shown in this slide. These 30 startups can be classified to totally 8 categories of fields of technology, ranging from healthcare, AI, to security. So we have also a very wide variety of startups. That's really pleased for us to have them here. Okay, thank you very much for listening to my talk, and we will work together for the coming 3 months, and maybe we will finish our journey to taking photo like this that were taken in Kyoto at the occasion of demo day, and some snapshots in New York and Barcelona. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Suzuki-san. Okay, yeah, as he said, we welcome 2 Japanese companies for reverse speech. Thank you for joining. The first one is Toa Corporation. Miyata-san, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Maki-san. Good morning and good evening. Thank you for giving me the opportunity of our introduction and technical needs. I am Satoshi Miyata of TOA Corporation. TOA is formally correct, but to call TOA is no problem. Maki-san is very kindly to call us a very big company, but we are not so big, but I think we are very unique because we provide the sound, information announcement, and BGM, and so on, all over the world. So many people have heard our sound. So in 1934, we have started by the product of microphone. It is different from current type of microphones. It is very expensive and very hard to make, but our products are highly needed for the recorded for the radio or public speaking. So we have started how we can start the business, and we have developed the products, trumpet speaker, megaphones, standalone sound equipment, and the turning point is 1968. The fire incident in very famous Arima Onsen Spring in Japan, and almost 30 people were died. Very sad incident. There were no emergency broadcast system in Japan. So we have started to make the law and make the equipment, system equipment, and we have the we have become the first emergency broadcast system manufacturer. And for 50 years, we have done the business on the sound system. So our current business is, as I said, the sound. Not for consumers, but for the public spaces. Smiles for the public is our company value, and we provide the sound by announcement, information announcement, and BGM or emergency broadcast systems in the facilities and the outside for the emergency system. Not only in Japan, we have spread our business to the world. But our business is very fixed and unstable. But we are not good at starting the new business. So from 8 years, I have joined the technical market research team, very, very small team. And I have kept on trial and exploring of the new business. So about my activities, we are very good at in-house development, but I think we have to collaborate with many companies and research institutes and startups. These are just examples, but I have started to try to collaborate with these others for drawing a future of the communications and for making a new values of the sound, not only the voice announcement, but also experience, rich experience. And we have started to draw a future of the communication. Now, our business is to fill the public space with sound. Public space. But in the future, I think we have to deliver the necessary sound only to those who need it. So our business field is now public space and to the humans. So we have to know where the people are and how the people are. So technical needs. As a professional manufacturer of communication, we have application field, very big application field. And we have legacy and unique technologies of acoustics. So I'd like to search for example, new methods of communication information between humans, brain-machine interface or laser microphone, and the method how to know humans' condition, and new materials for speakers and microphones, and the software, acoustic signal processing, including AI, or it is very important to have the data and analyze the data. So we are searching for the data utilization and analysis, including blockchain and AI. Thank you for your taking time, and please contact this mail address. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Miyata-san. Yeah, TOA Corporation, TOA, DOA, TOA is a very open-minded corporation, so we always happy to collaborate with them. Yeah, thank you. Next is Jato. Ota-san.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, thank you for joining today. Yes. Can you start screen sharing?
Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Ota from Jato Tokyo office.
Ota-san.
Yeah.
Wait. The presentation slides is not shared yet.
We'll show some videos first.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, please.
感動するあの場所、興奮するあの場所、くつろげるあの場所、いつも通るあの場所だって実はつながっている。1946年に創業した私たちは、快適な空間とは何かを追求するプロとして、ホール、ホテル、公共施設をはじめ多岐にわたる分野で新たな価値を創造してきました。豊富な経験とノウハウ、生きた技術力で理想を現実にする。お客様の思いを最良の形に。
音響や映像のお仕事からセキュリティですとかホテル業界、客室内の設備、さまざまなところでジャトーの技術をご提供しておりますので、お客様にもたくさんの側面からソリューションのご提供ができると思っています。
日々時代は流れていくと思うので、その時代に沿った正しい情報を実際にお客様へ届けることが大切だと思っています。
快適な空間、それは人と人がつながり、人と物がつながり、便利で安全でみんなが笑顔になれる場所。
機器と機器を単純につなぎ合わせるのではなく、その場のポテンシャルを最大限に引き出すのが私たちプロフェッショナルの仕事だと思っております。
私たちが提供した音響機材でですね、 いい音だったよとかいい設備だねとかいいホールができたという声をいただく時が一番やっててよかったなと思う時ですね。
弊社のお客様はもちろんなんですが、最終のエンドユーザーさんにとって快適な空間になるように私たちは日々取り組んでおります。
人に優しくより快適で人に寄り添ったものづくりを目指す商品技術開発コンセプトライブウェアを採用。既成概念にとらわれず自由な発想で快適な空間を創造する。
事業活動以外におきましても最近でしたら産学連携の取り組みとして大学様と一緒に取り組みをさせていただいております。また企業としての社会貢献という意味で BMX の吉村樹也選手というのを、当社の社員として採用させていただきまして活躍をしていただいています。それ以外におきましては東大阪の文化創造館というところの、ネーミングライツの権利を取得させていただきまして当社としてもそういう地域貢献といいますか自分だけが良いというわけじゃなくて社会も取引先も良くてという三方よし経営というのをね心がけてやっておりますので、そういった取り組みが最近増えてまいりました。新しい技術に関してはやっぱりできるだけ若い方にも能力を発揮していただいて企業全体のポテンシャルを上げていくとかあと活躍できるフィールドを広げていくということを今後は加速していきたいなというふうには思っております。
アイデアがつながる、思いがつながる、未来へつなげる。感動のすぐそばに、その先の笑顔につなげて届けるハーモニー。ジャトー株式会社。
Okay, so should I share the slideshow? Okay, this is our company's overview, Jato Corporation and its challenge. Please take a look at this slideshow. Here's the company profile. Our company name is Jato Corporation Limited, and its capital is 18 million Japanese yen. We have established 1946 October, so we have a long history of company. Now our employees in total 220 persons is working now. And our head office is in Osaka, and as a unique activities, we also run the restaurant just in front of my company. So you can enjoy Japanese good food. So if you have chance to drop by, please come to these areas. This is our business field and activities. Our business field is classified into 4 areas: sound, visual, information, and security. In each of these 4 areas, we design, build, and maintain systems. We develop and manufacture hardware for products that are not commercially available at that time. We also build networks and develop software. We can select best combination of equipment of software to build and deliver the best system for our customers. We think this can be said one of the advantages. In the field of sound, we supply related equipment such as mixers and speakers to large horn stadiums, as shown in this photograph. In the visual field, we are also responsible for design and construction of large video display system and video projectors, as well as lighting equipment. In the field of information, we will establish a system to provide information through digital signage. In addition, we are also working on the display system of guest room status in the hotel. In the field of security, we will design, construct, and maintain surveillance camera system for commercial facilities and plants. And these three figures is challenges we are now facing. First, we want to find something that can be combined with an existing business to create and extend our system. Second, we're also looking for something that can be combined with existing business to sell to new customers and markets. And third, we're also looking for products and system it is suitable for a company to sell in Japan. These are our concrete activities and our challenges. If you are interested in a company, please feel free to contact us. Thank you for your attention. This is the end of the screen.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I apologize for my misunderstanding. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that also the very open-minded company, and yeah. We have set some pilot testing the Batch4, yeah, and we're looking forward to the upcoming collaboration. Thank you. Okay, so let's move on to pitching. Our startups are ready, so please send the question and the feedback through the Q&A window in the Zoom app during the pitching. Startups will reply back in the Q&A window. So yeah, please mention the name of a startup in your message. Okay, the first one is from India. Okay, so we are sorry, we skip the Science and we welcome KGAP Sciences. Michelle, are you ready? Great. Yeah, great. Okay, the KGAP Science is a deep tech startup. They look for the companies in the textile, cosmetic, or personal care applications. Yeah, perfect. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Vaishali Kulkarni. I am the founder of KGAP Sciences. Am I audible clearly? Am I audible?
Hello?
Yeah, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm Vaishali Kulkarni. I'm from India, KGAP Sciences. We are trying to color the world in a different way. If you giving you the brief overview of the company, our company was incorporated in January 2018 with the help of Government of India, BIRAT BIG grant, and we established our R&D unit in Maharashtra, India with the help of those funds. And our main focus area include natural pigments and their application in various fields like textiles, paints, and cosmetics. We are fortunate enough to receive our business development support from Chirate Ventures, BIRAT, Venture Center Pune, Axior, FICCI, and Derby Foundation. What is the need of this venture? Why this venture? As you know, colors are used everywhere in almost all the industries, starting from foods to cosmetics to textiles. In all industries, the colors are used. But the majority of these colors are coming from chemical or synthetic colors. They come from petroleum resources, which is a non-renewable resource, and their continuously usage has led to pollution, and they're also known to be carcinogenic. And hence stringent regulations are coming up, banning up to the certain colors. So the only solution to avoid using the synthetic or chemical colors is to use natural colors. But when we talk about natural colors, we think only about flowers or animals or vegetable colors. But those colors are not sustainable because they require large land to grow. Their reproducibility of shade is a problem when you talk about flower pigment, and we all know they depend upon certain seasons and geographical conditions for their growth, and hence they are not sustainable. So what solution we are offering? We are offering natural colors from small living organisms, small bacteria. Here are the actual photograph. On the left hand side, you can see we are exploring the rich Indian biodiversity. Like we are screening various soil, water and air sample. Out of that millions of bacteria, we choose our interest of bacteria. There is a certain criteria set for choosing that bacteria. The important criteria, it should be safe and giving consistent color production. Once we are sure that the bacteria is safe for use, we develop its process, check its safety and stability, and then we move on to its pilot scale development. Here are the actual photograph of our reactor. We have isolated red, blue, orange and yellow. These are the actual images of our fermenter, and this technology can be scaled up to 1000 liters and above depending upon the bioreactor available. Right now, KBCOS is having 5 shades: red, orange, yellow, blue and white. And just to add a note here, these colors can be grown in 24 to 48 hours in a reactor, and they are completely sustainable. We have just not produced these colors, but we have also checked in application in various fields, starting with textiles. Here you can see we used our blue and red pink color in textiles. Here is the denim cotton jeans fabric, which we tried using our blue color. This is the results after 10 washes. We have also checked our color in block printing, and our technology has been validated for textile sector from 2 of the companies, Natural Dye House and the Colors of Nature. They are both situated in India. We have also evaluated the fabric, dyed fabric, using ISO method, and the values we are getting is 4 to 5. The normal value with synthetic or chemical colors you get is 5. So we are getting a good values for the textiles. That means the color is stable on the fabric. The next up, so what impact KBCOS can create? As you all know that the textile dyeing is one of the largest freshwater polluting sector, and there is a huge cost is involved to treat that water once the fabric is dyed. So this is the application we have developed. This is a complete, this is a dye solution. We have dyed a cotton poplin fabric here, and you can see the dyeing solution is almost clear. Very little amount of dye is present. That means more than 95% dye uptake is seen on this fabric, which is hardly possible even with the chemical colors also. So you can release that in water also. There is no requirement of harsh treatment for this water. So our vision is to promote this industry on a sustainable basis by giving an eco-friendly dye. The next application we tried was in cosmetic sectors. Here are the few formulations which we tried using our color: cream, lipstick, hair dye and food jellies. On the right hand side, we are also targeting the pen sector. We have already sent our sample to one of the leading pen companies from India to validate our technology, and the results are awaited for the paint sector. So present status of our company and the milestones. Just recently we have closed our seed round, and now we are moving on to the scale up of the facility and team. In 2021, we are having a paid pilots coming with 3 to 4 textile industries. 2 of them are major luxury brands in Europe, which are going to try our colors in their textiles. So they are all paid pilots. And in July 2021, we are going to target our market entry for the textile sector and start by developing a new application and new shades. Market competition, are we alone in this sector? No. From India, yes, we are only the one who are working for microbial colorants. There are other 2 companies also who works on the similar line. But the advantage of the KB calls, we are completely working on natural isolates. We are not doing any GMO. So non-GMO colors, the colors are completely bacteria free. And as you know, the textile hub is a Southeast Asia. Majority of dyeing takes place in Southeast Pakistan, Bangladesh, Vietnam. So we are having that low cost manufacturing advantage, and we are having multiple shades. Like for example, white is also the shade which we have, which is in a very recent phase. So this is the recognition in technological space. Recently, we won award in green sustainable category, in startup category. And last year, we went global in L'Oreal Innovation Runway Singapore, and all others listed here. Apart from the funding raised and business support, as discussed, we recently closed our seed round from one of the top VC investor firm in July 2020, and we were selected in top 9 innovators in Fashion for Good Netherlands Accelerator Program. The team which brings this innovation to life, I, Vaishali Kulkarni, am the founder and director who deals with process development and toxicology. My co-founder, Dr. Arjun Singh Bajwa, leads with the scale-up and business operations, and we have a very young team who deals with the daily R&D activities, followed by a very renowned advisory board from the professors from UD City, Mumbai, India, and one of them from Boston, USA. So in the end, I would like to let you know that KB Core Sciences is building a sustainable technology which is scalable and satisfying for their customer also. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
I hope I completed on time.
Yeah, no problems. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Yes, important technology for to protect the ecology. Okay, the next company is from Israel. So Angelique, your turn. So please start the screen sharing. So Castor Technologies, Castor enable manufacturers to reduce the cost utilizing the benefit of industrial 3D printing. Yeah, Angelique.
Hello, everybody. Thank you very much, Maki. I'm ready. Let me know if you can see my screen already.
Yeah, it's coming. Okay.
Ready? Okay, great. So thank you very much for this opportunity. I am Angeliki Malizu. I am a Castor's business development manager. Castor is the manufacturer's gateway to 3D printing. I would like to start by telling you that we have 7 Fortune 500 companies using our software since we launched it in November 2019. And the reason that those companies are using our software is because they are afraid to be disrupted by 3D printing. And what I mean by that, these companies do not have enough information or in-house expertise to use 3D printing, grasp the benefits of 3D printing, which is reduced cost and increased profits. And the lack of this knowledge would require them to hire an expert or to try to dig in the technology by themselves. The technology is doing leaps, and keeping up with it is not straightforward for a company without the expertise. So this is what I would like to discuss and present to you today, how manufacturers can identify business opportunities out of an existing design today and utilize the benefits of industrial grade 3D printing. So Castor, what Castor does, Castor is a decision support system for utilizing industrial 3D printings. It enables manufacturers to decide whether to prefer 3D printing over traditional manufacturing methods. And we do that by providing manufacturers with a technical and a cost-saving analysis for each of the parts they want to produce. We feel distinguishes Castor is, first of all, the ability to go over hundreds of parts at once, hundreds of designs at once, and identify opportunities for 3D printing. The second key advantage is the possibility to combine different parts at once. I'll show you an example later on about how a company was able to save $400 per part. And another key characteristic that we feel sets us apart is the possibility to reduce weight for components. So I will show you how it works with this video. Let me know if you can already see that. Oops, I think I have a technical issue. Apologies for that. I don't seem to be able to display the video, but I'm happy to explain that. So how Castor works is what is required, the input required is CAD files, 3D files, designs, which the software is able to analyze automatically. It could be dozens of these designs at once. And the software, and it could be a component or it could be an assembly. And what the software does is to identify which of these components are 3D printable, identify which would be the optimum combination of printer and material to produce these parts. And for the parts that are 3D printable, we can also go all the way to connect you with a service bureau, a print house that is able to provide this level of quality of components. I would like to show you a couple of examples of companies which have already used our software. This is from a company you might already be aware of. It's called Stanley Black & Decker. It's a very large manufacturer. And what we see on the left is a machine that produces helicoils for the automotive and the aerospace industry. And what we see on the right is what the software did is take the design of this machine, break it down, identify which parts are 3D printable, which parts it would make sense to 3D print instead of producing with traditional methods. The part on the right, what we see is a metallic part. And what we enabled Stanley to do with our software is twofold. The first thing we enable them to do is to reduce the delivery time from 9 weeks to only 1 week, and reduce the cost of this part from $120 to $60 per part. I would like to show you also another example I mentioned earlier, the possibility to combine separate parts into one. So the software, by analyzing the designs, identified the opportunity to combine these parts on the left into one. It is a component from a machine produced by HP. And what HP was able to do is save about $400 per part by combining these parts into one. This opportunity was identified by the software through a technical analysis, and the company was able to save also largely to the need not to have to assemble all these parts into one. So I'll give you also a little bit a feeling of who we are. Who are the people behind Castor? So here is Omer and Elad. We think that part of the success of the company is the fact that these people are, they know very well each other. For 17 years, they served together in the Israeli army, and also they have a deep knowledge of the industry. Elad, our CTO, who is leading the R&D department, has a very big experience with large companies like Holiday Inn, in also developing a sound analysis system, but also very user-friendly interface. Omer on the left is the CEO of the company, and he has deep experience in the 3D printing industry. He worked for several years for Stratasys, one of the largest hardware manufacturers in the 3D printing arena. And I would like to mention, you can see some companies on the right, large companies we have collaborated with. Within the context of 10 months, the company was able to generate about $300,000 ARR. This is a little bit a feeling of the company that is based in Israel. And these are our offerings, and a little bit a sense of how our software looks. As I mentioned yesterday, the only language that the software is available except and beyond English is Japanese. We believe that there is very big potential in this market. We are also backed by Charter Group, a Japanese investment firm. And today, actually, we are unveiling within the context of Formnext, one of the biggest 3D printing trade fairs in the world, our brand new tool. This is it from me now. There is the possibility always to provide a pitch in Japanese. So please just drop me a line, and first of all, to ask anything you want to know about how to save in cost and delivery time through 3D printing, and also to ask for a pitch in Japanese. Thank you very, very much, everybody, for the opportunity. I'm very excited for our upcoming collaboration, and good luck to everybody.
Thank you very much, Angelique. Very interesting technology. Yeah, we look forward working with you. Thank you. Next is also from Israel, dear imaging analysis. So, Hira, are you ready? Oh, I'm sorry. The next one is Halo. Lailan. It's your turn.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. Can you hear me?
Yes. Very nice.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Good.
So Halo is an AI chip maker. They developed a world-class AI processor delivering the performance of a data center class computer straight to edge devices. Okay. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Maki. So hello, everyone, and thank you for hosting us today. My name is Liran. I'm the VP of Business Development at Halo. And let me just give you some briefing about Halo and our value proposition and what kind of collaboration we are looking at in Japan. So the company was established in 2017. It's based in Israel. We have by now more than 100 employees. In terms of funding, we raised a total of $88 million US. Among our strategic partners is NEC from Japan, that we are doing some collaboration with them, and also a company called Ebebe, one of the latest industrial robotics. Outside of Israel, the first office actually that we open is in Tokyo, and we have with us also Uchida-san, that is the president of Halo in Tokyo, so you're welcome to approach him. And we also have in Taipei. So we have a lot of activities in APAC region. Our mission was to develop the most efficient AI inference processor for edge devices. And some of the application that can be seen here is things like pedestrian detection, for the automotive, passenger control, inspection, and also the COVID-19, unfortunately, also bring new opportunities such as smart retail, medical robotics, last mileage, and also factory industry 4.0. So what actually Halo developed? We developed the Halo 8. The Halo 8 is one of the most powerful and power efficient AI processor for the edge devices. We are not involved on the cloud. We are focused on the edge device. There are many challenges on that one. Some of the things that you can see here, it's very powerful, 26 tera operation, while other solution is only limited to 4 TOPS. It's very efficient across multiple applications, 3 TOPS per watt, while other solution is limited to 0.3. There is no external memory. We have designed the chip from the ground, so it's a very innovative technology. One of the noticeable things is the fact that you don't need any external memory. Therefore, the power consumption and latency is very small. In addition to the hardware, we provide also software for the developer to be able to take their neural network, the application that they develop, pass it through the SDK, the comprehensive SDK, and eventually get a binary file that then later on is uploaded into the chip itself. In terms of competition, let's take an example, NVIDIA, a large company. Here it's AGX Xavier. You can see here, CPU, GPU, plus 8 complementary memory. You can see here, this is a big PCB. On top of it, there is a big heatsink. Just for comparison, Halo 8, without any memory, as we mentioned, is X15 better on the area efficiency and also on the cost. If we take some benchmark for the deep learning area, such as Resident 50 classification, you can see here the power number. While NVIDIA is 32 watt, a Halo chip is only 1.7, the same performance. And also it means that it's X20 better on the power efficiency. This is just one example. Also to the rest of NVIDIA chipset out there, the Halo is the blue one. So in terms of the frame per second, how many frames we are able to process in 1 second, you can see that Halo is #1. Also comparing to Intel Myriad X and Google Edge TPU, for example. So you can see also the Halo 8 provide the highest performance in terms of FPS. Our business model is to sell either the Halo chip, you can see it here. This is 70 by 70 millimeter chip, and or to provide M.2 or mini PCIe modules. You can see them very small one. Just one as an example of our collaboration with Japanese company and also in Taiwan. This is a collaboration with Foxconn and Socionext. Foxconn developed this edge AI box that can be placed in smart cities, in retail store, in industrial, for example, where we provided the Halo 8 M.2 module. So it's plug in, there is no need to change the hardware, just plug in the module, so it's very fast time to market. And also it can process many, many cameras with a single Halo 8. Therefore, the solution is very cost effective. So this is just one example that we provide. Now, in terms of what we are looking in collaboration with companies in Japan. So we are very focused, obviously, on automotive, but we don't need to focus on autonomous. We are able also to provide the solution. The Halo 8 is capable of ADAS application, for example, smart cities to do video analytic, a lot of things, smart home for the security assisted. Also smart retail. More and more we see that due to the COVID-19, there are many convenience stores like Amazon Go that are open. And there is, in a single store, there are around 300 cameras. So you need something like Halo to process as many cameras with a cost effective. And also there is the Industry 4.0 to have more automated solution with the AI. The Halo 8 solution is very, very flexible because it can cope with the same chip can cope with automotive. We are automotive grade. and also the rest of the industry here that require different capabilities. Also, the chip is very scalable. And if we talked about a single Halo 8 that is 26-star operation, for example, in automotive, they need around 100 TOPS for the autonomous, which is the extreme point. So the Halo 8 is like a Lego. You can cascade several Halo 8 as an example. So if you are interested to collaborate with us, so you're welcome to approach to us. And thank you very much, Maki and the team for hosting us today. Thank you.
Thank you. ありがとうございました、ライラン。Yeah, yeah, I know Israel is a very technology company, but yeah, we are happy to collaborate with such cutting-edge companies. Okay, next is DI imaging analysis. Hira.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead.
Great.
Great.
Sorry. So my name is Eli and I'm the CEO and one of the co-founders of DIA. We are developing AI solutions that help physicians analyze ultrasound images automatically, which today they are doing mainly visually. I don't know if you know, but you can, I'm sorry, you can scan almost any anatomic area with ultrasound. It's a very useful device because it doesn't have radiation and like other devices, and it's not expensive like MRI. So we see an increased use of ultrasound in the market. And the market is pretty big. It's a $7 billion market, where AI solutions expect to reach about 25% of this market, mainly because of the entry of new portable and handheld devices, laptop-based devices to all kinds of new users in the point of care, at the emergency room, at the ICU, and intensive care, paramedics, primary care, home care. So you see more and more of those devices getting in areas that they never used before ultrasound. And with this great initiative where physicians and nurses and paramedics can actually look inside the body and not only using stethoscope or waiting for blood test, there is a big challenge. Today, point-of-care ultrasound devices, those handheld portable devices, are the second most dangerous devices in the market, in the medical device companies area, and mainly because you are giving them to the hands of unexperienced clinicians that have limited knowledge and experience of how to use it and how to analyze those images, even how to position correctly the transducer. So we are addressing the two main challenges that we see within ultrasound. The first, how to analyze the image once you acquire it correctly. And the second, of course, helping them put the transducer in the right place. And we are doing it with an AI technology that we developed in our company. So we are only a software company. We are not a hardware company. And our vision is to leverage AI and our technology to make the use and analysis of ultrasound images smarter and accessible to those new users. And we are doing it with access to hundreds of thousands of images that we collect through partnership with more than 12 medical facilities around the world. Some of them are Mount Sinai and Yale and Rush. And by now we have 7 FDA approved and CE marked solutions. We started in the cardiac space and we expanded to the abdominal space, and we are developing additional solutions for various anatomic areas. And each of those solutions have different clinical value for the end users. And all of our solutions are vendor neutral and cross-platform. It can be used on any device, very easily can add it to any ultrasound device or run on behind the scenes on any healthcare IT system when the evaluation is being done remotely, or sometimes the acquisition is happening with the technician and then the analysis by the physician happening on his desktop. So we are integrating our solution very easily to the devices themselves, as well as on the healthcare IT system. One of our competitive advantages is that we can work on the CPU of the devices themselves, so we don't need to connect to the cloud all the time to do the analysis. And this is an example of one of our solutions that is being offered on GE's handheld ultrasound device as an add-on solution. And you will see here how the physician is taking an image of the heart with the handheld device, pressing one click, which is our solution, and within a few seconds near the bedside, getting all kinds of clinical indication and tracking of the left ventricle of the heart instantly in a few seconds. And this is one example. Another example is we are working with the Kanika Minolta on their healthcare IT system, their PAC system. And here you can see how the physician looking at the images from his desktop, analyzing the views of the ultrasound, running our algorithm, and within seconds getting a lot of information and indication about the performance of the heart. And during COVID-19, we see an increased use of our cardiac solution, mainly because the virus not only attacked the lungs, but also attacked the heart. So we do see increased use, especially in the front line, in those emergency rooms, and we get very good feedback from physicians using our solution, our Elvivo solution, with the COVID patient and monitoring their heart to see if there are changes in the performance. We are working with channel partners. We are selling our solution to the end users, which are hospitals and clinics. We have a standalone solution, but most of our activities through those channel partners that offer our solution as an add-on solution on their system, actually distributing our solution, our FDA and CE approved solution. And we already partnered with 10 channel partners. And by now we have 2,500 end users using our solution in more than 20 countries. We are 25 people in the company and expanding. And we are expanding also to other anatomic area to support both the analysis and the acquisition of the image. We did all of that and more thanks to a great team of physicians, engineers, and business team players, and a very wide advisory board coming from the top medical facilities, as you can see here on the screen. And this is just to brag about all kinds of awards that we got during the last couple of years. What we're looking in Japan, we already have working with Kanika Minolta. None of our channel partners have any exclusivity. So we are looking for additional channel partners in Japan from both the ultrasound market as well as from the healthcare IT PAC systems, as well as implementing our solution as a standalone at hospitals that would like to try our AI solution. So this is me and Dia in a nutshell, and I will be happy to answer any question. Looking forward to work with you.
Thank you very much, Hira. Yeah, even the COVID-19 situation, we can help the POC because you are the software company. All right. Next one is Rail Vision. Yuval, are you ready? Yeah. Rail vision system improve railway safety, autonomous operation, predictive maintenance, and offline visual big data analysis. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Yuval Isbi. I'm a physicist and one of the founders of Rail Vision, an Israeli startup focused on improving train safety. It's a great honor for Rail Vision to present and expose our company, technology, and vision to the Japanese market. I hope you will enjoy my pitch and the other innovative and exciting startup here. We started in 2012 with the idea that imaging technologies from military application can be civilized to the commercial transportation world. Forward-looking cameras installed on train locomotive optimized to the rail application will function much better than the train driver, being able to detect threats from a large distance with sophisticated optics, sensor, visual algorithms, hardware, and software. We figure out that using thermal imaging at the infrared band will most suit for the rail scene and will enable night vision. We called it Automatic Early Warning System. The Israeli rail company showed interest from the beginning, and with the great support, we tested a few use cases of animals, falling cargo blocks, rocks, cars, pedestrian, and cyclist. We performed the required resolving power and proved the concept of installation and operation from a mobile platform. The thermal imaging concept have been confirmed. Great minds and skill joined the company and new use cases were developed. We add a daylight sensor, improving coverage at all weather and light condition. Fusion of the visual and thermal infrared video enables continuous view. Artificial intelligence based on a proper deep learning, training, and supporting hardware and software enables automatic object identification and classification. We joined the accelerating program at the German rail company DB, and with their support, we started a project at the Swiss rail company SBB that were our first customer and our hub for the homologation process. The vision we shared with our partners in Europe is that rail vision will be the eyes of the future autonomous train. A similar system modified to Japan with Japanese partner is a pilot that we want to conduct. A cognitive day and night vision system with large field of view can show potential improvement of the efficiency and safety of the shunting yard operation. Rail vision system enables shunting yard locomotive operation with remote control. One person instead of two operates the locomotive and automatically detects switches, boxes, cars, braking shoes, and humans. Today, we offer a full range of visual and thermal IR cognitive vision system from 5 meters to 2,000 meters. We bring digital solution to the safety challenges due to the human limitation. We can detect and classify any object and fulfill any requirement as long as it is geometrically within the eyesight. Up till now, we raised $31 million. Our major strategic investor is Knorr-Bremse from Munich, Germany, the world leading manufacturer of braking system and other safety critical system for rail and commercial vehicles. Knorr-Bremse annual revenues are 7 billion euros, and its mission is making mobility safe. Rail Vision now has 60 employees, from which 45 are on research and are focusing on research and development. Naturally, Rail Vision system is a leading candidate for light rail vehicle, LRV, safety operation, especially as part of the smart city integrative vision. We would like to conduct a pilot here in Japan with Rail Vision system installed on LRV, detecting threats to LRV operation and performing advanced driving assistance. We also would like to share the video and its analytics with a command center. In the future, our cognitive vision system will be the eyes of the autonomous LRV operation at any level, being able to detect, classify, and share any threats. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Yuval. Okay, these are startups from Israel. Thank you very much. Please finish the screen sharing. Okay, the last company is from Finland, Northern Europe. We started a collaboration with the Northern Europe with the support with Vitro. Yeah, so today we have the sensitive for, yeah. Okay, so sensitive for had the Japanese representative, sorry, Kaifo-san. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, so hello, we are Sensible 4, not Sensitive 4, but hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So hello, gang. Sorry, my presentation is largely in Japanese right now, but I hope we can understand my English explanation. So we are Sensible4. We are a Finnish startup doing autonomous driving. We just finished our Series A with 7 million euros just this February, and we're about 90 people strong. And what we do is we develop a full stack, which means everything you need to do it, autonomous driving software. Now, a short history. Even though our company is only about 3 years old, we actually are a spin-off of a Finnish university's robotics research center. So actually our development and R&D actually reaches back all the way into the 1980s. And actually our first autonomous driving testing that was conducted by our core engineers is already actually done in the 1990s, way before even the DARPA challenge. So we actually, even though we are a young company, a lot of our experience and research actually dates back more than 20 years. Now, we have two products. We have the full stack, which is the whole package where all you need to make any kind of vehicle autonomous, or modular. So for OEMs and let's say car manufacturers who would want to use parts of our module, since they may have their own vehicle control systems or obstacle detection or you name it, and you need to sort of supplement our abilities with yours. And so those are our two big products that we make or deliver to the customer. Now, really, okay, now you're thinking by this point, okay, oh, it's another autonomous vehicle startup. What's different? Well, the biggest difference is that our vehicle or our autonomous system can literally go through any kind of weather condition, whether it's rain, heavy fog, or the blizzards of Finland, which is pretty much the worst kind of situation that you can. And right now, bad weather conditions is a big challenge for autonomous vehicles. Since even in my past career, I've experienced operating autonomous vehicles, but a lot of times, even in rain, a lot of them will stop or just slam on the brakes because their LiDARs cannot cope with, let's say, various small objects. And what we bring to the table is it's a stable autonomous system that can pretty much operate anywhere and under anything. We also provide sort of this electric autonomous shuttle called the Gacha. We co-developed with Muji, a Japanese design firm, where yes, we have been driving it all around Finland, and we will start doing it in Europe as well. This is of course a product for largely non-OEM customers who would want to just have an autonomous vehicle that works pretty much in any other conditions. And with that, we've been very active in the past few years. We've been doing multiple pilots in Finland with a license plate. We've just finished the Fabulous project, which is an EU-led autonomous vehicle program in the spring of this year. We will be working with Toyota Europe in a couple weeks to start an autumn pilot in Norway using a Toyota vehicle. So that's one of our OEM customers. And then coming next year would be our expansion into Asia, namely Singapore, Dubai, but mostly Japan. And that's why I'm here already in Japan. And so all in all, our main business is working with OEMs and tier ones to provide an autonomous system that works in any kind of situation. And we do value a lot of our partners. In fact, we've already have 8 contracts with major OEMs and tier ones. And we are continuing that trend this year. And so a large part of our business model is rapidly growing at this point. And so, which brings me to the next part. Now, I could sit down here all day and say how good our technology is, how different it is. But actually, the most point I actually want to point out today in a nutshell that proves that is ever since our beginning of the company, we have always been in the black. We have never lost money. In fact, we have doubled our revenue every year. And so essentially, that is proof that we are selling not vaporware or a technology or research that will come 10 years later. No, our solution actually works today and is working today, literally. And so that is essentially why we have been able to be in the black for, well, pretty much since this company has existed. Now, to put it into the next stage, we are doing a second Series A round. For this year, we've already finished Nordic Ninja, a first Series A round from Nordic Ninja and Itochu Corporation, but we will be starting another 8.5 million in the second Series A round. So if there is any investors listening to this as well, I would be very much happy to listen, but to talk with you, but also with any kind of other customers or partners that we can to do the expansion into Japan. Thank you very much for your patience.
Thank you very much, Kaiho-san. Yeah. We finished up the startup presentation, and also today we welcome Jetro director. He's Mr. Matt Stephens, and he will give a seminar about the startup ecosystem in the Kansai and also Keihanshin, Japan. So, Kansai area is selected one of the global startup city under the Japanese cabinet office, Naikaku. So we are very active to boom startup ecosystem. So Matt-san, please start your seminar.
All right, hello everybody. Can you hear and see my slides okay?
Yes.
Good. It's nice to meet you all. Very cool companies. It's hard to follow up your great presentations with an overview of Kansai, Japan. And I realize that participants today have different experience levels in Japan. So if there are any Japan experts among you, I apologize that it will be a high-level overview of kind of the macro economy and some examples of startups here in Western Japan. So my name is Matt Stevens. I am Director of Industry Alliances and Investment Promotion at Jetro Osaka. Jetro is the Japan External Trade Organization, which is closely affiliated with the Japanese Ministry of Economy, Trade, and Industry. We're actually funded by the ministry. And our mission, in a nutshell, is to develop and execute programs that help Japanese companies to do business abroad and also to help foreign companies to do business in Japan. So I'm honored to have the opportunity to speak. Thank you to ATR for giving me time and all the participants. A little bit about my background. I've actually been with Jetro for 19 years. I'm American, but somehow I ended up becoming a manager at the Japanese government organization. So we can talk later about how that all came about. But my role at Jetro involved helping foreign companies to enter the Japanese market. And in my 19-some years at Jetro, I've worked with over 100 probably, mostly US-based startups, but also some European and Asian startups entering Japan. And I'm trying to move my slide, and my slide is not advancing. There we go. Hopefully you all know by now where Kansai is. Is the area in the west central part of the main island of Honshu, Japan. It includes 6 prefectures of Kyoto, Osaka, Hyogo, Wakayama, Nara, and Shiga. And you see the word Keihanshin in my presentation title. This is a smaller area within Kansai that encompasses the 3 metropolitan areas of the city of Kyoto, the city of Osaka, and the city of Kobe. So I'll be probably switching back and forth between terminology, but they're one and the same for purposes of our presentation. So the population of Kansai is roughly 21 million. The working age population is about half of that at 10 million. And the GRP is roughly 836 billion US dollars. And this population in GRP is about 17% of the total for Japan. You can see that for working age population, about 40% of that is here in Osaka, about 25% is in Hyogo, where Kobe city is, and then about 15% in Kyoto. So this area of Japan traditionally has been a trade and commercial hub. There are a range of industries here from pharmaceutical and battery to traditional textiles and printing. You can see here on this screen that there are 5 top industries make up about 70% of the local GRP. And those are manufacturing at 22%, public administration and education at 16%, wholesale and retail at 13%, real estate at 12%, and professional and business services at about 7%. And it's not on this slide, but I will also mention that there are some traditional innovations that have come out of this area. If you're familiar with instant ramen noodles, and if you're familiar with conveyor belt sushi that comes around on a belt when you're sitting in a restaurant, and the automated ticket gates that you see in train stations, these are all innovations born here in Kansai, Japan. We have a very large number of global Japanese companies in the area. Way too many to list here on a screen, but to give you some examples of the local companies, you have Hankyu Corporation, which is a major railway company here in Osaka. Kyocera, of course, major ceramics maker in Kyoto. Nintendo, consumer electronics and games company in Kyoto. Panasonic, electronics and battery maker in Osaka. Suntory in food. And not only Japanese companies, but Kansai is home to over 200 major foreign affiliated companies who have set up bases here. Again, just a few here, way too many to list. You can see in pharmaceuticals from UK, Germany, US, online travel, booking companies from China. IKEA is here, furniture company from Sweden. Nestle, food and beverages, Salesforce is here. And the flags here are just kind of random, but these are some of the bigger investors in this area in terms of amount. But in terms of actual numbers of companies, we actually have a lot of Asian companies from China, of course, Korea, and Singapore. So these companies have their offices in Kansai have different functions, of course, corporate, sales, administration. Interestingly, they also have technical development centers. Just a few here for food for thought for you. Daikin is an Osaka-based major manufacturer of heating and cooling equipment. They've opened a technology and innovation center in Osaka, and they're actively collaborating with private sector companies as well as universities and research institutions. Sansan is a Tokyo-based company that develops applications for contact management in an R&D center in Kyoto. Cyberpin is another Tokyo-based company who's opened a global creative center in Kyoto. This is a media company, and they're targeting, one of the markets they're targeting is Indonesia. And the role of their global creative center in Kyoto, they have the majority of employees there are from Southeast Asia. So these are 3 examples of Japanese companies. One example of a US company, Caterpillar is a major manufacturer of construction equipment. They've opened a hydraulic excavator development center in Hyogo Prefecture. And this center is actually their sole development center in the world for the company's hydraulic excavator business unit. And last but not least, Korea-based Line, which is a mobile and entertainment company, has a development center in Kyoto for the development of AI and data analysis technology. I've mentioned lots of different companies and lots of different industries, but I can tell you that there are some strong industry clusters in this part of Japan. One is the energy and battery. You can see here a few of over 30 battery-related makers. That includes device makers, components and material makers, and battery manufacturers. Watani, the picture that you see here is their hydrogen refueling station at Kansai International Airport. The picture kind of in the lower right is the National Institute of Technology and Evaluation. Has the world's largest constant temperature battery test and evaluation facility. Another strong cluster here in Kansai is the life science cluster. Again, well over 30 major companies in pharma, medical equipment, and R&D institutions. Just to name a few, you have Takeda, Santen in pharma. For medical equipment, you have Omron, Shimadzu, Sysmex, and some foreign affiliates here as well, AstraZeneca and Eli Lilly, to name a few. On the R&D and government side, you have the Center for IPS Cell Research and Application at University, Saito Life Science Park in Osaka, and Kobe Medical Industry Development Project in Hyogo. In addition to these very large companies, of course, there are many small and medium-sized enterprises here. In Osaka alone, there are well over 18,000 SMEs and over 7,000 manufacturing companies. And of those 7,000, about 2/3 of them are located in the two prefectures of Osaka and Hyogo. Very recently, we're seeing a lot of startup company activity. I've been in Osaka now for a little bit less than 2 years, and I've really seen a lot of activity since I've been here. There are an estimated 1,000 startups, including Japanese and international, including about 100 university-based startups. And in fact, last year, Kyoto University and Osaka University ranked 2nd and 3rd for number of university startups in Japan. There are actually over 140 colleges and universities in Kansai. There are just a few representative ones on the screen here. You can see there's a combination of national universities, private universities, and public universities. The larger ones have a student body of 20 to 30,000. And industry and university joint research spending in this area is relatively high in terms of total amount in Japan. Roughly 0.25% of industry university joint research happens in Kansai. And the amount of money received per research project is higher here in Kansai than the national average. Venture capital activity is picking up. Last year, there's an estimated $250 million worth of funding and around 250 deals. You have more traditional venture capital investors, you have corporate venture capital, and you're seeing more and more accelerators coming into the area. Needless to say, KGAP Plus is one of the premier accelerators in the area. But you also have some foreign players coming in. You have US-based Plug and Play, who has set up facilities in both Kyoto and Osaka. You have UK-based Rainmaking, which runs the Startup Bootcamp Scale Osaka program. And you have 500 startups out of the US who runs their program out of Hyogo. In terms of the venture capital amount, here just in Kansai, the breakdown is roughly 36% of that comes from Osaka, about 45% in Kyoto, and another 19% in Hyogo. And in terms of number of companies that are getting funded, the chart on the right shows numbers of companies per year for the last 7 years. And you can see in Osaka, it ranges from between 50 to 90 companies per year being funded. And in Kyoto, between 30 to 40, 50-ish companies being funded per year. Again, with 1,000 startups, it's hard to give you all the company names and examples, but again, just to maybe jog some ideas, here are 3 that I'll mention. Hakarus is actually a Japanese startup based in Kyoto, and they provide data analysis services based on force modeling technology using AI. And they're in particular targeting the manufacturing and life science sectors, which is one of the main reasons why they established themselves in Kyoto, because of the large manufacturing life science base that I explained earlier. A second example that I can give you is Strolly, another Japanese startup based in Kyoto. And what they do is provide an online platform for illustrated maps using GPS. Their business model is highly compatible with the tourism industry. And as you know, Kyoto is one of the world's top-ranked destinations for tourism. So their business model fit in well with that location. They also receive strong support from the local government there. So those are 2 reasons why they chose to locate in Kyoto. And the third example that I'll share with you today is actually a US-based startup called Progenicite. This is a spin-off of the University of Central Florida. And what they do is develop stem cell regenerative inducing medicines. And again, reason for coming to Japan, first of all, is because of the size of the biomedical market in Japan is one of the largest in the world. And why they chose Hyogo in particular is because of the large number of pharma-related companies and research institutions that I mentioned. Throughout this area, and I forgot to mention that kind of give you a scale of this area. Between the city of Kyoto and Osaka, we're talking about 50-kilometer distance. Osaka to Kobe is about 30 kilometers, and then Kobe up to Kyoto is about 70 kilometers. So that should give you some idea of the scale we're talking about here. But in this very small area, you see many co-working and incubation space solutions. In Osaka alone, there are over 20 within a 5-kilometer radius, and similarly in Kyoto, over 10 such co-working spaces within a 5-kilometer radius. And this is really supported by not only the private sector, but by universities and also the government organizations. JETRO, of course, I mentioned, and the Ministry of Economy, which I mentioned to you. The local governments are also very actively supporting the startup boom, and including the Kyoto Prefecture and Kyoto City, Osaka Prefecture and Osaka City, and Hyogo Prefecture and Kobe City, as well as their group organizations and business support entities. One specific example that I will give you that the ministry has launched to kind of spur entrepreneurialism among foreign entrepreneurs in Japan is a new visa program called Startup Visa. And this allows foreigners to stay in Japan for up to a year for purposes of launching a new startup. And up until this visa program was offered, the visa of choice was it's called Investor Business Manager Visa. And one of the requirements for that was to have savings of at least 5 million yen, or around 50,000 US, or 2 employees, plus an address in Japan. So for many young startups, the 5 million yen was a barrier, as well as having 2 employees or an address in Japan. So the startup visa actually loosens those requirements slightly. It does require roughly 2 million yen in savings, which is about 20,000 US. And really the purpose of that is to show the immigration office that the entrepreneur has enough funding to live in Japan for a year. There's no requirement for number of employees. and the address requirement for entrepreneurs applying from abroad. There's no requirement to have an address in Japan at the time of application. The supporting organizations, including JETRO, would help to find an apartment and to find an address and an office address. The startup visa targets some specific industries, so the business plan should match one of these industries in order to qualify. I won't read them all to you, but it really expands the range from manufacturing to life sciences to culture and arts to food and ag to tourism. So JETRO can help with the startup visa. We can also provide you with information on the local economy, as I'm hopefully doing for you today. We will provide you with consultation on setting up a legal entity in Japan when that time comes, including legal, tax, labor, and other matters. We have office space that we can provide to you for free of charge for the initial few months to give you a softer landing in Japan. We can provide you with introductions to local service providers, government agencies, et cetera, et cetera. And JETRO, as a government organization, offers all of our services free of charge. There are plenty of events happening, networking, pitch events, too many to mention, but I will mention two upcoming events. And I believe the gentleman from ATR mentioned Hack Osaka coming up in February in 2021. This is one of the largest startup and innovation themed events happening in Japan. The event has a slightly different theme every year. This year it covers the themes of tech, health, smart cities, healthcare, and food tech. And another event, which is still a few years away, but worth mentioning to you, is the Osaka Kansai World Expo 2025, which will be happening over a 6-month period in 2025 from April to October. We expect about 28 million visitors. And this will provide an opportunity for interesting companies to do technical demonstrations and exhibits. And prior to the event, there will be an online platform launched where companies can share kind of their solutions, and other companies can share problems that they're trying to find solutions for. So you can see there are many things going on here, exciting things in Kansai and Keihanshin, and we look forward to helping you. I'll end my presentation here, but I'll actually be sticking around as a mentor this week and next week. So we will have plenty of time to talk about your plans and your needs in Japan and how JETRO can hopefully help you. But thank you for listening, and enjoy the rest of the program.
Thank you very much, Matt-san. Yeah, he's the Director of Industry Alliance and Investment Promotion, JETRO Osaka. He's also the one of our program mentor. So we will work together, yeah, from now on. Yeah, well, as he mentioned, KGAP Plus is one of the acceleration program in Kansai area. So we will do our best to support startups and for Expo 2025. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's all for today's program. Thank you for joining us. The 13 startups began their 3-month journey. We are excited to work with them. So please think about the collaboration with them, and feel free to contact us anytime. Okay. Yeah, well, allow me to appreciate the great support from our worldwide partners. And thank you so much for joining us today. Yeah, have a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody. See you soon.